Hello everyone, and welcome back to RuneScape. Today is an exciting day because the Desperate Measures quest has finally come out, and it is time for us to see what is going on with all of these crazy people in this little room here. I believe to start the quest we talked to Saren here. We got a weird symbol there, not really sure what that is. Let's see what's going on. We can't just keep sitting here waiting for something to happen. KaBob has stolen the needle right from under us. If only someone had spoken up about his inevitable betrayal and encouraged us to follow a path of peace. Oh, like you did? Oh wait, no you didn't. Sanctimonious as ever, Garlandia. You godless are all alike. Everyone, please be calm. Sorry, yes, you're right. Now is not the time for infighting. We need to be united. Of course, yes, my apologies. We should save our rage for KaBob, not each other. We need to work out what KaBob's plan is before we can stop him. Saren is right. That needs to be our focus. We know the consequences of his plan. The death of all life on Gielinor. Precisely. Whatever he's doing will kill us all, but the question is, what is he doing? Saren, what can you tell us? Forgive me, my friends. Please talk among yourselves. I must speak to the World Guardian about the situation. KaBob, it is good to see you. As you can see, we need to hurry. What's going on? Is it just me, or is everyone acting a little off? Ma's gift to me, my aura, it compels them to trust me, to need me. The longer we deliberate, the more bound they are because of it. Just look how they blindly follow whatever I say. Their moods shift in an instant because they cannot bear disagreeing with me. That sounds worrying. I am glad you see the danger. Each member of the council is here because they bring something unique to the table. A different point of view, but now the only viewpoint offered is mine. I am not all-knowing. I am not all-seeing. I am a goddess, yes, but sometimes even gods make mistakes. We are facing the ultimate destruction of all life on Gielinor, possibly the universe. I am not mortal. I do not fully understand what it means to be mortal, so my voice cannot be the only one to speak for them. But with each day that passes, the stronger they are bound to me. We need to deal with this threat now, before the effect becomes too powerful. I mean, you could just, leave for a while and then come back. You know, if nothing's happening for weeks, just be like, I'll be back in a few weeks. Anyway, we got a few recommended requirements that I don't have, but at least I've done Curse of the Black Stone, you know, that's something. And we will get through these recommended requirements in the near future, hopefully. Required items, 100 Orthen Glass and the Measure, if you have completed Fate of the Gods, which we haven't, so we save our time on that one. I should have 100 Orthen Glass. I hope I do. If I don't, we got a problem. You can get it on Orthen, it'll just take a while. And we get Archaeology XP, which is nice. The Remote Totem piece, which we will go into once the quest is over. And it is a 6th age quest, obviously. What do I need to do? Thank you, KaBob. I can always count on you. After KaBob's betrayal, Thok and Karos wanted to track him down. With the Council's permission, I sent them on to Anachronia. They've been sending regular reports, and it sounds like Karos has discovered KaBob's hideout, but needs some help. I know of none other than yourself that I could trust to help them, and I suspect you too might have your own reasons for wanting to find KaBob. I guess I want to know his plan. A worthy goal. If we can understand what he's up to, we'll be better placed to stop him. Or even modify his plan to benefit us. Who knows? Or if he's right, assist him. You should head to Anachronia and speak with Mr. Mordeaux. Mr. Mordeaux has been keeping an eye on the island for us and will likely know where Karos and Thok are. Good luck, World Guardian. Gielinor's fate is in your hands. Alright, and off we go. While we teleport, I will mention, I got a new mouse since the last episode, so I'm getting used to that. It's pretty nice. It's a Logitech G305. It's one of those mice where you can change the speed it moves, so I'm hoping that the speed I have it at is close enough to my old one that I don't start missing clicks. It feels good. But I thought I'd mention that because it's pretty good stuff. Getting an upgrade after all this time. Gonna be upgrading a lot more in the near future. Got a new processor and new RAM and a new motherboard, a new fan, all the good stuff. This PC is gonna run very smooth. I guess I should have always expected us to arrive safely with you. Okay, yep. This is a conversation that we should have had like months ago. So I'm not even gonna read it. Yes, we're naming it Anachronia right now. Alright. How can I help you? Saren says you might know where Karos and Thok are? Ah yes, those two. Strange pair, I swear they were ready to kill one another. I forget, is his name Karos or Aros or something? I don't know, I'm just gonna call him Karos. Ah, yes, sounds like them. Those silly duo. They were asking me about the Dragonkin ruins here on the island. I think they were last seen heading northwest of here, towards the ruin by the volcano. I know where that is. It wasn't that long ago. They should still be there if you hurry. Alright, let's go. Out and about. I wonder where the new totem goes. I know it goes in the base camp, but I don't know where. You probably have to build it too. I mean, build it by, like, build the plinth or whatever to put it on. Who knows? We'll find out. Good stuff. While we're running over here, this is what my levels are currently at. I gained a little bit of Invention XP, and I'm about to level up in Herb Lore. So that's some good stuff there. But, not too much going on here. I've been working on the Yak track occasionally. I think I'm on 35 right now. I took a slight break. But I'm back working on it full force now. Got stuck on a farming one last night that I had to wait on. Planted up another tree so that it'll go faster next time. My problem is I'm not quite high enough level to get the best stuff, and I don't want to plant a whole lot of, like, slightly less than best stuff, and then have to replace it in one level. Because I think in one level I can boost up to the best, either the best fruit tree or the best bush, one of the two. Alright, so we're at the ruins here. Where is these guys? They're not here. It's supposed to be around here somewhere. But where? Unless this is not the ruins they were talking about. This is the problem with doing the quest the day it comes out, because I don't know what ruins it is. I think this is not the right place. Oh well. Back we go. We'll try the ones north of the camp. Part of the agility course area. Although I don't think you have to use agility there. I just always do. Alright. And when they said near the volcano, I thought they meant the ones right up against the volcano. But I guess they mean the ones over here. Or at the base of the volcano or something. So where does this water come from? That's a good question. Hey, that looks like someone down there. We have found them. Alright. Thok and Karos and Player. KaBob, Thok is happy to see you again. Why, Thok was just telling Carlos here about how much Thok missed you. Karos, we've been over this, Thok. Karos. I think that means I'm saying it correctly. Aha, your angry mewling is funny. You are like angry wolf cub wanting to be petted first. If you try and pet me again, I will enchant you so that you think you're a duck. Thok would make a mighty duck, the strongest of all the ducks. Perhaps more of a goose? A Thok goose? Onk. I'm not gonna draw that out. KaBob, help me kill him. No one would know, just our little secret. No, little crab toss. We know your little knife cannot pierce Thok's mighty hide. That was totally an accident. Thok knows you were just trying to keep Thok on his toes, but Thok has been stabbed many times. He has built an immunity to knives. Wait, it doesn't work like that. If I might bring you both back on track, have you learned anything about Karapak? Oh yes, KaBob. Thok has a mighty tale to tell. Would you like to hear it? I mean, not really, but okay. That night, Thok arrived on the island. The air was heavy, and Thok knew evil waited around the corner. Thok was alone on an island full of monstrous creatures around every corner. So where's the ferrets then? Alone? What am I? Invisible? Ah, Tiny Man is correct. Sorry, Thok left you out. That's better. Thok was alone apart from scrawny little Karos. Hey, he called him Karos. Who was overcome by terrible fear. I wanted on record that this did not happen. Ah ha ha. Do not worry, Tiny Man. There is no shame in being scared. Not all can be as mighty and as brave. Can't talk. As Thok. But this is digression from the story. Thok arrived on this island of certain death. Honestly, it's really not that scary. Like, nothing's aggressive to you. Armed only with rippling muscles and Thok's mighty stick, Thok set out to explore the island. Yes? Oh, do I have to do this? Oh, I didn't realize we were doing that. Thok stopped. Thok heard a noise, loud and terrible. Danger was approaching. Thok knew that villainous Kerapak had sent his minions to crush us. But Thok is mighty. Thok is always ready for battle. Please tell me we get to fight one of the big dinosaurs. Nice. Take it down a notch, will you? Scrawny Man is no fun. Monsters attacked! Oh yes, we do get to fight one. Oh come on, they weren't that big. Fine, Scrawny Karos, no fun. Aw man, I'm disappointed now. The beast was smaller, but it brought with it many friends. The beast looked at Thok with hungry eyes, for Thok is big and would make a most impressive meal. But ha, Thok is a meal made of fists, and these lizards were only going to eat knuckle sandwiches. Nice. Oh, now we get to attack him. I really wish we could have fought that, what was that? That's the one that starts with a B, I think. I cannot remember which Sora that was. The lizards were no match for Thok's most magnificent of muscles. Which of his muscles is the most magnificent one? Why, with just one twitch from his left pectoral. Oh, that's the one, okay. Thok can stop whole armies in their tracks. Just imagine what would happen were Thok to unleash the right one. Oh, is that one even more magnificent then? For the love of all that glistens, can you actually take us somewhere remotely near a valid point? Thok is getting there, Scrawny Man. Have patience. As Thok was saying, Thok explored. Okay, we get to explore now. I am assuming we're going this way, because probably. You're not seriously going to describe everything step by step, are you? Look, we came to this island for a reason. Your shoddy sailing may have stranded us here, but we still had a purpose. KaBob, after Kerapak betrayed us all and escaped, we felt, well, it was our responsibility to try and fix things. The storm proved to be a problem for a while, but then it mysteriously died down. I wish I could tell you it's because everything had magically solved itself, but none of us are that lucky. Thok is that lucky. Once Thok found a... Literally no one cares, you great lumbering boulder with legs. Thank you. Yes, Thok's legs are like rocks. Strong, sturdy, and you can build houses with them. What? Because Thok's legs are mighty and strong, Thok can carry much weight between his thighs. Oh, But enough of this nonsense, let us move on to something of more substance than Thok's lower appendages. When we came to this island, I could feel it immediately. This place is wrong, like it's not meant to be here, at least not now. It can only mean that Kerapak used the needle somehow to pull this island into the present. The question is why? Because he is a villain. Villains always have confusing plans. Thok's plan's much simpler because Thok is no villain. And Thok is much simpler. But yes, back to the subject at hand, the island. It's clear that this place has some significance to Kerapak. It is full of big lizards? I suspect if Kerapak had wanted big lizards, he could have managed that without ripping an entire island out of time. No, it's this place, and it's this win. Yes, so that is why we explored further. But as we explored, from the jungles poured more lizards. Okay, these are bigger at least, but they're still ones that you can fight. So I'm not impressed. I want to fight the Brigada Rex. I remember the name. Even though these lizards were bigger than most lizards, they were still easily squashed between Thok's mighty heel. Knowing this land would be fraught with danger would have made lesser warriors tremble, but Thok knew it to be glorious. And so, with his mighty weapon in his hand... ready for battle, Thok bravely marched forward. I feel like I know what they were going with that and it just doesn't really work. It feels forced. Alright, but anyway, oh come on. No, I want to stay. I'm glad they did that, because it's so often I'll click right before text appears and it just messes it all up. Oh, for the love of Guthix, enough walking. Look, let's just skip us forward a bit, shall we? It wasn't until we reached the base camp that we really learned anything valuable anyway. Alright, we discovered an ancient ruin that had once belonged to the beasts we sought. Terrible beasts they were, monsters by the name of the Dragon Kings. What? The Dragonkin. Kin as in related to, as in relatives of Dragonkin. How are you alive? Genuinely curious how someone as completely ignorant as you could survive this dangerous world. Aha, yes, Thok is a mighty survivor. Thok is the greatest warrior in the land, and even those ignorants you speak of cannot defeat me. Seriously, no, I give up. I cannot be bothered trying to reason with this. Back to you, you great lumbering idiot. So this place, this home of monsters, had become home to others. Brave explorers had sailed to this island before us, seeking to claim it as their own. Thok wanted to meet them, to shake their hands and share maid with them. So Thok made his way to the camp. Alright. Hello, Laniakia the Magnificent. It was then that Thok saw her, the way she carried her weapon, the way she studied the world with those eyes. A real warrior, a mighty warrior woman. Thok had never seen someone so magnificent, even among the Fremennik warrior women. Oh, and what about your pretty lass? Thok and pretty lass are taking a break. Oh, I'm sorry. It does not matter. Some things are not meant to be. We were from two different worlds. Quite literally, if Thok recall correctly. But enough of past loves. A new star shines bright in Thok's sky, and her name is Laniakia. My Thok, you have so many muscles. I am impressed by your mighty beard and impressive musky odor. She, of course, never said that. It's nice to dream sometimes. Thok's intelligence bumps up and down rapidly. Thok asked the Radiant Star if she had seen the blue beast Carapac. Mighty Thok, I have not seen such a beast, but there is a darkness here, a terrible evil that begins in the heart of the island and spreads out like an infection. Perhaps this is the villain you seek? Thok knew it was. Who else would be so infested with evil as the betrayer Carapac? No one. Or, the person that Carapac came to find, maybe, I don't know. If that's what it is. Come, my star that ignites the heavens, let us discuss this villain in the main camp. Star that ignites the heavens? Really? I distinctly recall at the time it was something more like, id, flib, spogly, wanna go chat in the main camp, please? Okay, also hi. Thok sometimes struggle with words with magnificent women. Anyway, we went to the camp. Alright, we get to walk into the camp now. Okay, I don't want to talk, I just want to walk. Hey, my workers have found some resources. Nice. Oh, I want to stay. Yes, thank you. When Thok arrived in the base camp, a terrible darkness filled the air. It was heavy, the heaviness of a storm as it approached, or the heaviness of Thok's breakfast. Heavy. I've seen Thok eat. The breakfast is not to be trifled with, though I think there might actually be trifle in it. Then, as if carried on evil winds, the villain Carapac arrived. Really? Wahaha. Villain, you dare show your face in front of the mighty Thok? Thok will punch that smile off your face, along with your teeth. I guess he's just using the home teleport to get back to the island. No, not my teeth. Neither of them said that. You probably guessed that, but I wanted to be clear. You interrupted Thok, and now Thok has lost his train of thought. Where was Thok? Wahahaha. Villain, you thought you could escape Thok by cowardly fleeing to this tiny island full of lizards? Ha, Thok is too skilled a hunter to be escaped from so easily. But Thok has you now, Thok will destroy you. Wahaha, though you are mighty Thok, perhaps the mightiest of all warriors, with powerful muscles and the most impressive beard. Focus, Thok, focus. No, Thok, you will not destroy me. You will not even touch me. As we speak, my dark plan moves into place. Soon my machine will be restored, and with it I shall turn this world into dust. You and all you love will be destroyed. I shall be the end of Thok, the end of the world. Wahaha. Alright. That seemed unnecessary. With that, the villain left. Thok would have thrown his stick at him, but the villain was too quick. We watched him fly away and disappeared into his volcano somehow. I don't think it needs to be disappeared. I think it's just disappear. Got a typo for the next patch notes. Like all villains, he hides himself away where he thinks Thok cannot touch him. Alright. Oh, are we done now? Finally. But that villain didn't know what Thok knows. Thok knows that KaBob and Thok together cannot be stopped. We will seek mighty vengeance for his betrayal. Wait, all that to tell me Karapak's base is in the volcano? The most obvious place on the island for an evil villain lair? Aha! See, Thok knew KaBob is smarter than Karapak. Knew they would work it out instantly. Now you know what I've had to put up with for the last few weeks. I really must apologize for Thok. He means well, but he's Thok. I have several theories to explain his behavior, but I fear that time is of the essence. So whilst I could sit here and insult the lumbering buffoon all day, let's instead get down to business. Yes, please, this has been a lot of talking and not much action. Tell me, what do you know about this island? Some sort of time travel nonsense? Well, yes, I'm afraid so. This island is a temporal anomaly. It should not be here in its current chronological state. Indeed, this island, this aptly named Anachronia, is an island torn out of time. The question is, why? In my investigations, I have come to believe that this island is the ruin of a once great Dragonkin kingdom. I believe it was named Orthan. More so than that, I believe that the Dragonkin we know now are quite different from the Dragonkin that built this place. Indeed, I believe that something happened here that fundamentally altered the course of the Dragonkin destiny. Better still, given the state of the island, I believe that these secrets are here for us to discover them. Fortunately, I happen to know that you've begun to make quite the name for yourself in the Archaeology Guild. You could say that. So those secrets shouldn't stay buried for long. Look around the Dragonkin ruins, see if you can excavate any artifacts that might help us piece together the secrets of this island. Alright. I guess that is that. So we need to excavate. Is it just right here? Why is there a bird? Why are there butterflies landed? Who knows? Okay, so excavating. I see some soil. This soil will fear me. Alright, so we can get ore than glass. That's good. We need that. And we need a Dragonkin device. I wonder if there's more than one spot, or if this is the only spot. There is actually a guide for this quest. It's just not very fancy yet. But I can look at it. It shows me that there is a second spot. And we will need 50 ore than glass to repair each thing that we find. I guess I should have brought my thing, but I guess it's not filling up too fast. So it's fine. I don't know if this door was always here, or if they added it as part of the quest. Probably was already there. Alright, we got a Dragonkin device. Now we need to find another thing. Wherever it could be. Can we run over this? Oh, there's a door there. I'm losing my voice here. There's a problem with recording the second I wake up in the day, but I do not want to wait on this quest. Hey, where is this other spot? I do not see it. Unless that was the northern spot there. But I doubt it. Am I just missing something here? What does the guide say? The spot north of Karos. Where? There's literally nothing visible here. It must be up here somewhere, right? Oh, is it in the dirt? I can observe the statue. I don't know if I've ever observed the statue. We can take care of that real quick. Hey, look at that. That was the last one. I'm glad I don't have to go searching for them now. Well, there's supposed to be a second spot, but maybe I'll just talk to Kairos then. Alright. I guess, yeah, we have to repair it before we can do it. Luckily, I have this with me, because I knew that there was archaeology involved. I don't know how much Orthen glass I have. I really hope I have enough. We can go ahead and look in here. I think store is the one to look inside. Oh yeah, we got plenty of Orthen glass. Nice. Alright, restore one Dragonkin device. There we go. 600 XP. Oh, I was saying something. See, that's what I mean. It always starts talking whenever I click on something. It's obnoxious. Anyway, let's go ahead and return to Anachronia. See what we got here. See, I'm glad that they chose this spot to do this on, because the other one takes so long to run to. So I'm glad it's this volcano spot. Just was not my first guess when they said near the volcano. Because whenever I was trying to fly the camera over to the volcano, I went to the other spot, not to this one. Anyway, let's go talk to Mr. Kairos and see what is going on here. A little bird told me that you've discovered something quite interesting. I restored this device. It's some sort of crystal-like structure. It seems to be resonating with something somehow. Yes, amazing. Exactly what we needed. What is it? Not a clue, sorry. I mean, keep hold of it. It definitely feels important, but right now it could be anything. A key, a door, a book, a magical purse, could literally be anything. Well, that's not terribly helpful. No, not really, but I suspect it will be. You know how this normally goes. You bumble about the place and everything you find is eventually important. No, I think this is part of a larger puzzle. I think you need to get back out there and dig up another artifact for us to investigate. There's a bigger picture here. We just need to uncover it. Now it appears. Okay. They're tricking me by making it appear later. Alright. Let's excavate. It would have been nice if he could have set up like a portable archaeology station here. Or something. So that I wouldn't have to do this. That would have been an interesting reward too, if you could like make a portable archaeology repair thing with invention. I don't think there's much value in it, so it would have to be pretty cheap. But it would be cool to have nonetheless. Alright, come on. Give me that thing. Whatever that is. I guess that's the bit we're getting? Yep. Alright. Oh, looks like I found everything, he says, as I click away again. Alright, back to the old place. Alright. Time to restore this with my Orthen glass. This is a pretty expensive thing. You know, I did think about gathering Orthen glass before doing this quest. But I kind of got distracted and never did. And it looks like it might have been a good idea. I bet Orthen glass does go up slightly. Maybe not enough to be the best one, though. The best material. Some sort of Dragonkin tablet. I don't recognize any of the words. Perhaps Kairos can tell me more. Alright. I actually read the conversation there. Anyway, let's go ahead and once again return to Anachronia. I really hope that the next quest in this series doesn't take quite so long to come out. I'm really liking having an actual storyline to follow. You need that. Just replaying quests I played before does get tiresome at some point. Although there are a few quests I've never done, like Sliske's Endgame or Evil Dave's Big Day Out. But I've done 99% of quests. Alright. They're making us run back and forth, but we are done with that bit. Well, this is definitely something. It's old Dragonkin, similar to modern Dragonkin, but with a bit more nuance. Unfortunately, it's the sort of prose that requires an understanding of a more draconic way of thinking. So, Mr. Mordo. So it's another useless dead end? On this occasion, I am pleased to say that we might be in luck. Or is it Hannibus? I don't know. We fortunately have an expert on draconic thinking, someone who's made quite the career of getting inside the heads of dragons, or their hearts at least. Ooh. The last dragon rider, you know, till he wasn't. I've been keeping tabs on him. Someone who can take control of deadly lizards felt like they might be useful in Anachronia. As the whims of fate would have it, he's made his way to the island region on his own, apparently to do a little gardening. Well, farming anyway. Last my little spiders told me was that he was talking to Great Granny Potterington on the ranch. Your little spiders? Well, every spy network needs a sinister little name. Don't worry though, I get my information from something much less sinister than secret spy agencies. Always listen to gossips, KaBob. You'll be amazed at what secrets you can pick up. But whilst I would love to talk about myself a little while longer, time is of the essence. Hannibus will have the emotional understanding we need to crack this. You should go and say hi. Alright, I will do that. Off to the farm we go, which I've not been taking care of lately. I meant to, but I keep getting distracted. Look at all this farm stuff. Mostly I just get tired of feeding them constantly with the new update where they need fed more often. And once I don't feed them and they get disease, it's just like, oh, I don't even feel like touching this. But oh well. Anyway, teleport with this mystical tree. I haven't been here in a while. Also, why is there no dialogue here? What's going on? Huh. That's an interesting bug. I wonder if there's a way to fix that. It doesn't scroll either. I wonder if I have to, like, hop worlds or something to fix it. I'll try hopping worlds. I'd kind of like my chat to appear. No? Still nothing there? Doesn't scroll, doesn't show anything. I don't know what the deal is. Anyway, Hannibus. Hannibus, what are you doing here? Hello there. I've decided to spend a bit more time on Gielinor to try and connect with my daughter. It's a wonderful opportunity, and I refuse to squander it, so I thought I'd come here and do what I do best. Ride giant lizards Ride giant lizards into battle, slaying all, and sundry? No. You may not know this, but before I was a warrior, I was a shepherd. On my world, we had the Gur, but your world has stranger lizards. Fortunately, I got to meet young Miss Potterington here. Ooh, you little flirt, you. Flattery will get you anywhere, my dear. Yes, well, what I mean to say is Miss Potterington has introduced me to these great creatures here. I thought I might raise some of them, give me a chance to settle down and properly provide for my family, now that I have one. But what are you doing here? Looking for you, actually. You have a unique understanding of the Dragonkin, sharing as you do that lizard mindset. I wondered whether you might be able to help me translate some of their old writing. I know some of the words, but the prose is strange. Of course, my friend, I am always happy to help. Let me take a look. I can see how you struggled with this. It's not like normal Dragonkin, it's more flowery. You sort of have to follow the flow of emotions around the page to get the meaning. It's a bit like a poem, only not quite. This is fascinating. It's so sad. Did you know there were multiple Dragonkin castles? More than two, anyway. We know about the Necrocertes and the Dactyl, but this tablet is talking about a third group. The Nodon. It seems that the Nodon had a very different approach to dealing with the curse. Rather than fight it or succumb to it, they apparently tried to sleep through it. What? Indeed, and more to the point, it stands to reason that they might still be trying to sleep through it. This tablet speaks of a great chamber where several of them went to sleep. I think I know where it is. There's some ruins to the northeast of the island. Meet me there, and we can see if we can learn anything useful. Okay, the northeast of the island, huh? Oh, that sounds fun. I'm gonna look on the guide to see if it can point me out which ruins these are before I get there. Okay, so these giant ruins. I believe I know the ones on the far northeast corner. I'm gonna look at the map here to make sure. Yeah, these ruins here. So we got a bit of a journey ahead of us because there's no good way to get over there. Unless you happen to have your totem set up, in which case it'd be slightly okay. But either way, definitely seems like this quest is heavy on the running around a bit. I guess we'll take the agility course, at least part of the way. I usually take it over to where the Pavosaurus is, and then start wandering off on my own. Hey, a codex page, hooray. Gotta save up that money, get, I think it's 750 to make a tradable codex. I also need the escape one though, so, you know, that's a thing. I don't think I'll ever really need it, but there's an achievement for it, and I would like a higher rune score if at all possible. Alright. We're over in Pavosaur land now. What is the best way to get there, though? I'm trying to think. Usually when I'm coming here, it's either to go to the totem up here or to the venomous dinosaurs over there. I'm usually not going anywhere else. Hello, Mr. Pavosaur. Alright, is there a way over here? Or am I just going completely the wrong way? I don't know. Okay, that was a really good surge straight into a tree there. High quality stuff. The problem is I was traversing this island with my Iron Man account recently, and I kind of got used to running around and not being able to do the agility things. So like he had to run all the way around the bottom here and stuff. But we don't have to do that. We can just take this bone bridge. I'm getting a little bit close to agility 100. Pretty cool. I do have a bit of an agility boost thanks to the, no, don't go that way. Oh, I hate the click boxes on some of these things. They're way too big. Vertically. Something. Yeah, right there. It's easy to accidentally click. Alright. But, yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, I've got a boost right now because of the yak track to my agility XP. So it'd be a good time to train if there wasn't a million different things going on. We got the beach, we got the double XP coming up. And, yeah, the yak tracks always just end up lining up with a million other things so that I don't have time to do as much as I would like. Oh, well. I don't know if there's a way to get down from here, actually, now that I think about it. I hope there is, because if there's not, we'll be in trouble. We kind of need to get down from here. So we got a new sleeping Dragonkin set. I wonder... I mean, obviously they're going to be living here on this island, but what would he need with them? Is he going to turn them into something? Who knows? I mean, there is no sleeping through it, right? You'd have to wait until it's gone. Which I think in the storyline, isn't it, like, weakened? Like, don't they destroy the Stone of Joss? I don't really remember. Stuff happens. But I don't really know what they would be doing in his plan. Alright, here we are. We have made it to this guy who I've not really hunted ever. But we should be just about where we need to go. Oh yeah, we're actually further south than I thought. Alright, gotta make our way north. Across these rocks. I don't get their obsession with these idols. They're just not very useful. They could be useful if they were slightly better. They're just slightly not useful enough to be useful. But that's a lot of woodcutting stuff, I suppose. Just not quite there. Okay, how do we get up? I think we have to go all the way around, don't we? Dang it, I should have gone a different way. We're wasting precious seconds that I could be doing other things with, like working on the yak track, or I don't know what else. Working on herblore, working on farming, all the fun stuff. Instead of running in circles, oh come on. Hit that little ledge. Okay, so where is this guy hiding at? Gotta be around here somewhere. Ooh, there's a yellow dot over here. Yes. Please tell me we actually get to go inside one of these doors finally. Ah, hello, KaBob. You discovered this place too, I see. According to that tablet, behind these doors, should rest the sleeping Nodon. Nodon, what do we know about them? I understand you have encountered the Dactyl and the Necrocerts before. The Nodon were a third Dragonkin creed. My research suggests there was a fourth, but I have not been able to learn even their title. A creed, is that more like a castle, a caste, or a faction, or what? More like a faction. They are all Dragonkin, but the different creeds held very different philosophical ideologies. The Nodon were pragmatic. To deal with the curse, they simply went into a long hibernation. I think some of them may be here. Unfortunately, I could not open this door. I believe it needs a key. The tablet referenced some sort of crystalline device, if I understood it correctly. Something rather like that device you're holding. You should try that on the door. Yes. I mean, they haven't been asleep that long because this thing got brought forward in time. This Dragonkin device is responding to this door. I wonder. It worked. We're inside. Hooray. Ah, so this is the lab that we saw in the preview graphics that they showed. Oh, and it's an excavation area. That's pretty cool. I highly approve of this. Let's talk to Hannibus before we mess with stuff. What is this place? And are those Dragonkin in those tanks? Indeed they are. I believe this place is some sort of hibernation chamber. A hibernatorium, if you will. Not full, though. Sleeping Dragonkin, it is. Well, let's try not to wake them up. Not only sleeping, they are dreaming? Yes, and also connected. Like a shared dream? I believe I might be able to temporarily connect us to their dream. Would that be safe? So long as we do not interact directly with the dreamers, we should go unnoticed, shall we? Yes, that sounds interesting. I kind of thought we were here to, like, interact with them, though. Why else would we go to the place where they were? Is this the dream? They're dreaming about their own area? So, is this a dream? We're still in the hibernatorium. Yes, this is a shared Dragonkin dreamscape. These two are reliving a shared memory of this place. Want to see? Sure. I don't think they should be inside there if it's their memory. Alright. What is happening here? What am I accomplishing? I have no idea. Look at this guy, though. It'd be nice if my dialogue box was working. I wonder if there's dialogue I'm missing from someone else. Don't know how to fix my dialogue, but... Who's he talking to? I guess I can run over here and look. Like, I'm gonna remember these symbols. Okay. Yeah, we had this conversation. No, I already saw this. Do I have to do this again? Oh, right, I should remember these symbols and try inputting them outside of this dream. Okay, do I actually have to remember these? I'll just take a picture. Let me open up Paint here. There we go, got a picture. Good stuff. Alright, so how do I get out of this dream then? I just saw this. How do I escape? I will look at the guide. Apparently there's something else to do here. Oh, I have to cycle the symbols to match. Okay. Apparently this is not the correct symbols. Yeah, okay. I'm trying here. How do I exit the memory? They don't actually tell you in the guide. And Hannibus certainly doesn't want to tell us. Do we have to exit the door, maybe? Also, this text thing is really starting to bug me. I'm gonna try, going to the lobby, I think. Alright, and back in we go. No, still doesn't work. What is the deal here? This is weird. Oh well, anyway, that got us out of the dream, at least, I think. Alright, so now we can cycle the things. Okay, that one looks right. Yep, I wasn't really trying to click on that specific one. That one correct? Okay, we got that. Alright, we got it. That's it. These are the symbols the dragon can input in the dream. Now to press this last button. Indeed, I heard something power down in the chamber below. Oh, down there? Very volcano-y down there. Alright, anyway, let's re-enter the dream, apparently. Yes. Alright, so now we have to start the memory again. And we have to witness something else. Hello, friends. So he's complaining about being stuck working with the other guy, I guess. And he's complaining about them always complaining. Yes. I feel like that this would be worse than just having a normal dream. Why share your dream where you're just, like, always repeating the same annoyed conversation over and over to yourself? That seems like a weird way to spend eternity. Are we gonna get further in this, or what? Like, what is happening here? What are we supposed to do? Unless I missed something. No, that was it. Oh, we have to follow outside the ruins. Okay. Got it. Where did he go? Or did I wait too long? Do I need to restart? I probably need to restart the memory. I wish I knew how to leave the memory. I didn't realize that you could follow the other guy outside. Usually leaving an area in this type of stuff is bad. Yes, okay. Yes, let's play the memory again, and this time we will follow Veshik, or whatever their name was. Vishara. Alright. Yep, I genuinely did not think... I did think it was weird that there was a second one that you could follow. That you couldn't follow, I mean. Where are they? Ah, there they are. They really moved in that few seconds that I was inside. Always impatient. Always complaining, you Nodons. Alright. Where are you going? To this door? Epin Karam. Can I just enter this door now? Epin Karan. Alright, here we are inside here. Here's Mr. Memory Guy again. Is he just gonna stand here now? Yep, alright. So, I guess we have to return? I still don't understand how to leave the dreamscape. Which is a real problem. Because... I don't know, maybe I'm not actually needing to leave. What are we supposed to do in here? No, Hannibus would be in here, apparently, if this was correct. So we do have to return to him. I think maybe they don't intend for you to leave the dreamscape until you have both things done. That's probably it. The guide's probably wrong on that point. On leaving in between to enter the code. Let's hope. Let's talk to Hannibus and see if he lets us out of the dream now. I think I might have seen all I needed to in this dream. We can disconnect from this dream if you wish. Yes, thank you. Although it does make the lighting nice. Alright. I think I've learned all I can from these two Nodon caretakers. Head into the lower chamber. I will join you there. Shall we re-enter the Nodon? No! Run away! Leave me alone, Hannibus. I don't want to dream with you anymore. Jeez, this guy. Just wants to lay around dreaming all day. Come on, we got things to do. A long quest, we can't just sit around. Hibernating, that's just silly. Alright, here we are. We got a player who is now gone. Alright, he said Heppen Karen. Drawn. Alright, here we are. More hibernating guys. The Dragonkin in these pods are reliving a different dream from the caretakers in the upper chamber. After practicing on those two upstairs, I think I might be able to guide these Dragonkin's dream towards Karapak. I am picking up the term Kendra Council from two of these Dragonkin. Perhaps their dream can enlighten us some more about him and how he thinks? Yes. Okay, here we are. What am I doing? Alright. Run east and talk to Hannibus. Okay. I don't really know why I started over here. Or why Hannibus was not near me, but he wasn't. This pool appears to be where the so-called Kindra Council held forums. Are you ready for me to connect to their dream? Yes. We are all here. I call this Kindra Council session to order. Oh, I think that's Sekurth, leader of the Necrocerts. Very well. Each creed shall put forth their plan to deal with Joss and the other destroyers. And there is Karapak. Well, the Dreamer's memory of him, at least. He is not actually in hibernation. How can I tell which are dreamers and which are their memories? I believe only the two Nodon are reliving this memory. The others are just as the Nodon remember them. There may be some bias in what we see here. The Nodon are working with the other creeds to build a hibernatorium north of here. Surviving the Abyss and then rebuilding this city has taken a toll on our people. We must replenish our strength before we do anything with the Elders. The Nodon Young support Maragan's plan. Of course you would side with your mate. We have been through so much to get here. Now is the time to push forward, not sleep. The technology being created is already having wider implications. Skeka is working on some experiments with the local fauna with the assistance of the hunter Varanus. Perhaps so, but I concur with Karapak. We must take this opportunity to learn about this newly created universe. The Agra are preparing many expeditions through the Abyss to new worlds. Agra? What's that? Ah, this must be the 4th Dragonkin Creed. I can finally put a name to them, though there are very few accounts of them at all. Our kind have spent too long in the Abyss. We were lucky that it has had no lasting ill effects on our bodies, but spending more time within it is folly. This is not a concern for Agra. Our minds are what makes us Dragonkin, our bodies merely crude flesh. And what of the Certs? Certs? Why not Necrocerts? I sense no mocking here. There is respect in Karapak's voice. No doubt, this was the original name of the creed. We intend to seek out the leader of these elder beings, Joss, and show it our value. They destroyed our world, our universe, with purpose. They destroyed us unknowingly. Beings of such immense power should be respected from afar. And would you rather we supplicate ourselves to such power than rise up to meet it? This is not the Dragonkin way. No, once they are aware of us, they will see we are worthy of respect. We are unique within their creation. You cannot make peace with such beings. This is idealistic folly. Indeed, the only way to obtain respect from such beings is to match it in stature, surpass it even. And you call us naive. Except that my idea is not folly. I have been studying them and how they sculpted this universe, and have drawn up designs for a device that will not only match their power, but rival it. My device generates a new form of energy, the likes of which is unseen on this world, indeed not seen in this universe. Shadow anima. Ooh, shadow. With it, we can rapidly advance our civilization and stand shoulder to shoulder with the destroyers. They would not dare oppose us, and we can live in peace and prosperity. This sounds dangerous. We would be like mosquitoes attempting to feast on their blood. We could easily be swatted. We all witnessed how easily our home was brought to ruin. We were not all so lucky to evacuate in time. You collectively would all rather run away to the Abyss, hide in your minds, and have us become servants. These things are not the Dragonkin way. You do your kin a disservice, Karapak. We do these things for our own betterment, not out of fear. Your plan for the Dactyl is sound and of value to our people, but the Kindra urges caution for the Cert's plan too, Sekurth. Indeed, the Nodon align with the Agra here. We shall continue on with our own plans, but we insist you two creeds keep the Kindra informed of your own progress. This is acceptable to us. Also to the Dactyl. I believe that is the end of this Nodon memory. We didn't learn much. We already knew Karapak had some sort of device. We still don't know what it does, or is, other than it supposedly generates shadow anima, whatever that is. Let me see if I can steer these Nodon to a future Kindra meeting. Anubis? These two Dragonkin didn't disappear like the rest. Is that supposed to happen? It is okay. I'm not so sure this is a good idea. I think one of them has noticed us. Please, I must concentrate. I didn't see what he said. Sinte. Anubis. What manner of beings are you? How did you invade our dream? You carry the stench of Karapak's device. The Elder asks you questions. Answer them. Ah, I may have made an error in judgment. We apologize, Marigan, is it? We meant not to intrude. We only entered here to discover more about Karapak. Him and this device of his, he has become a threat to the world. Would you help us stop him? We were hoping to see how his experience fared in your other Kendra Council meetings. There were no other meetings. Karapak did not keep his word, turned on his device without Kendra approval. Marigan, I told you we should not have gone into hibernation when we were cursed. Karapak has taken it upon himself once again. Perhaps we have slept too long, Daravel. Very well, Vekin, you saw in our dream here Karapak's intent for this device. Then let me share with you the direct result of his actions. This is going to hurt.
The Dragonkin of the Dactyl were well regarded for their scientific prowess, and none were as renowned as Karapak. It was to riotous applause that Karapak unveiled his latest invention, a device he promised would spark a new dawn of Dragonkin science, a machine capable of generating limitless power by flooding the world with corruption. The possibilities were endless. He believed that with power of this scale, the Dragonkin would rival the creators themselves. Pride precedes a fall. Before Karapak could celebrate his creation, the Elder God's displeasure was made known. Jazz, the eldest of them, laid waste to the Dragonkin cities. In moments, the work of centuries was undone, and the Dragonkin fled in terror. Jazz bound the Dragonkin to the Catalyst, an elder artifact of great power. The Dragonkin sought the power of the Elder Gods, and their wish was granted. Pride precedes a fall.
So ironically, if I understand this correctly, if they had just used this machine on another planet, it might have been fine and they could have generated the power, but they had to use it on the world where the Elder Gods were. They noticed. Ah, good, there you are. So whilst you've been following up that lead with Hannibus, Thok and I have been studying the island a little more. Turns out there's a whole wealth of ancient Dragonkin knowledge waiting to be uncovered. Why, I could spend years unearthing their secrets. Imagine the technology. Imagine the power we could... Listen, do you hear something? Thok can sense the encroaching presence of evil. What does that mean? Thok is right. I can feel something approaching the ruins. Ah yes, I can feel it now too. The resonance of elder artifacts mixed with a touch of Dragonkin arrogance. Karapak, he must have realized what we've uncovered, and it seems important enough to warrant the personal touch. Be ready. I doubt this is a friendly hello. Alright. So you have discovered the Sleeping Nodon, a fascinating example of the futility of hope. The Nodon were our builders, our architects, and the visionaries who were able to raise up the mightiest of Dragonkin cities. Yet, when faced with the threat of the Elder Gods, the cowards chose to sleep through it, to dream of better worlds in the pointless hope of walking into one, or waking into one even. Pointless, one cannot simply hope for a better world, one must be willing to do what it takes to create that world. But hope is such a powerful vice, the weakest people will always yearn to give in to it. It isn't weak to hope, Karapak, it is belief in better things. That belief stops you giving up, it empowers you. Hope can stop you doing something terrible, Karapak. My friend, you've lost hope, and look what you've become, what you might do. Please, my friend, stop this madness and work with us. We can find another way. Ah, this villain has had enough chances. Thok will put a stop to him right now. This is pointless. There is no battle here, no conflict. You cannot stop me. I have the needle. Still, fight me if you must. Reason has not worked, so come, witness the futility of your efforts. Nice. Am I supposed to be involved in this? I guess so. I will throw my magic at him and do nothing, and he'll probably smack me once and I'll die. Did I really safe spot him? Or did he just stop? Okay. Yep, how long is this gonna go on? Oh, he's immune to poison. Isn't that interesting? He's got a lot of health. It's a lot of zeros. 5 million HP. He controls time itself. He controls my chat box. Typical villain, though. Always just letting the people oppose him instead of just wiping them out. There, you see now? There is nothing you can do to me. I control the flow of time as easily as you control your breathing. Any harm you inflict on me simply never was. I could destroy you now. I could unmake your very birth. You would simply never be. I could do this, but I won't. I am not a monster. I am no wicked villain laughing from my throne of bones. I do not wish to kill this world, but there is simply no other way. The Elder Gods have awoken. It is only a matter of time before their eggs hatch, and the Elder Gods tear apart not only this world, but all other worlds. My people have seen this happen, know firsthand the devastation that such an act causes. If one world is the price to prevent that happening to all other worlds, that is a fair price. Or it is, even. But I understand how little comfort that is to you and your kind, so I offer you this gift, the absence of hope. Know that you cannot stop me, so do not waste your final moments in fruitless attempts to thwart me. Go spend your time with loved ones, friends, and family. Celebrate your lives together. Bury old grievances, and prepare yourselves for an afterlife with a clean conscience. You are granted such a gift. For what little friendship we had, I urge you not to squander it. Goodbye. So that's it then. Perhaps we could evacuate some of the population? A mass evacuation is practically impossible. We could get a scant few hundred through the world gate at best. Then perhaps we should take his advice and spend time with our loved ones. I should go and see Vindicta, see if I cannot be a father to her in her final hours. I will say something. No, I won't give up. Karapak may have power, but I've faced down powerful foes before. I've stood up to demons, dragons, gods, and the warped abominations of Zautak. I'm not going to surrender to some blue dragonkin with a superiority complex. Yes, Thok agrees with KaBob. This villain thinks he can scare us with cheaty magic tricks. We are some of the mightiest warriors in the world. Thok is the strongest, obviously. KaBob is guardian of worlds and would never give in. Anubis, though tiny, rides mighty dragons into battle. Karos is... Come to think of it, Karos probably would give up. I am standing right here, and aside from his last comment, I agree with Thok. Which makes me feel a little ill. But Thok is right. The only way that Karapak guarantees victory is if we give up. Direct combat failed, sure, but there are more weapons in our arsenal. And the most powerful weapon of all is Thok's fists. Knowledge. I was going to say knowledge. I hate you. I want you to know this. You're right. We need to see what more we can learn. Karos, you investigate the Dragonkin ruins. See if there are any more secrets you can uncover. On it. Anubis, you see if there's anything more you can learn from the sleeping Nodon. I thought they were going to wake up. I'm not sure there's much more they're willing to share, but I'll see what I can do. I'll return to Saren and see if she and the council have any additional leads. Thok, I shall punch some dinosaurs. They might know something. Sure, you go do that. We'll meet back at the base camp after I've spoken to Saren. Karapak won't get rid of us that easily. So I guess Thok is why there's no aggressive dinosaurs left. He kills them all, and only the scared ones are remaining. It makes sense, I suppose. I gotta say, this quest is longer than I thought it would be, which is not a bad thing, considering how long we waited for it. Alright, Saren, you better have some good information for us here. Hello again, KaBob. I hope you are here with good news. Yes, what news have you brought us? Have you uncovered Karapak's plan? Can we stop him? There is a restlessness in the underworld. I worry something awful is going to happen soon. As you can see, time is of the essence. I'm afraid I am the bearer of bad news. When Karapak took control of the needle, he managed to make himself invulnerable. Whatever we do to him, whatever harm we inflict, it just vanishes as though it never were. Or never were there. I don't know what they said. Oh yes, I was worried that would be the case. The needle is one of the most powerful artifacts. Its ability to control time makes it almost unstoppable. I like that word, almost. Yes, unfortunately we don't know much about the needle. We don't know its strengths or weaknesses. Fortunately, we do know someone who might. Primrose? Indeed, the needle's former host. Gale, known now and before as Primrose. If there are any answers to be had, then I imagine that she will be the one with them. I'll go and see if Primrose has any answers for us. Great, we have to run all the way out there. It's an annoying place to get to. I don't know... oh wait, I do know of one slightly faster way to get there. Where is it? Memory strands are here. Teleport. It's, slightly closer. Very shiny, too. When I don't see this place for a while and then I come back, I'm always amazed at just how shiny it is. Because it is quite shiny. But anyway, let's, get on up here. Say goodbye to these bunnies. Gotta go find Primrose and Gale and whatever. Whoever. All the way up here in this mostly useless chunk of land. Seriously, I do wish they would use this land for something other than the one quest, and I guess this quest now, but not much of a use. It's a big graphical area just to have it. Okay, wow. Just to have it used for that one thing, though. Anyway, I assume she's just gonna be, like, by the house. Not by where the needle was. But I don't actually know. I'm just kind of guessing here. Alright, I guess you were here in desperate times as well. Yeah, here we go, Primrose. How can I help you? Ah yes, that. Being connected to the needle is indescribable. Past and present so easily melded together, and I could undo any mistake with a simple gesture. No one should have that power. Can the needle be destroyed? I'm sorry, I have no idea. It's powerful, and it protects itself. How do you harm something that can undo whatever harms it? Well, generally I would say you nuke it so that it doesn't have time. Can the needle be counteracted? You're really asking the wrong person there. I was its agent, its voice, I suppose. I wasn't its master. The needle has a will of its own, you see. As Gale, I could direct it, but I could never act against it. So it's intelligent. Not really, not like you or I, but there's a power there, a strength that threatened to overwhelm me if I wasn't too careful. Does the needle have any weaknesses? Not that I know of, sorry. It can manipulate time itself. There's no defense against that. Is there something else I need to ask about? Let me see here. Alright, I think we do need to do the other options. How are you doing then? I'm healthy and I'm home. There's been a lot of difficult conversations, but we're getting through them. Mom's been really trying. She's still overly protective, but she's learning to let go. She even let me write a letter to Sloop. He's with someone else now. But we're still friends. I don't quite know whether I'd call what Karapak did to me a good thing, but it's not all bad. I do miss Gale a bit, though. Aha, I really don't know what I can tell you there, but I'll help where I can. Was she vulnerable to anything? Foolhardy adventurers and evil dragonkin, apparently. Yeah, sorry about that. But to more seriously answer your question, I'm afraid I really don't know. What is the point of this conversation? As Gale, I kept myself hidden, so I never had to face anyone in battle, so I have no idea what my weaknesses are. I'm afraid Elder artifacts don't come with a guidebook. What was it like being her? It was wonderful, she was so free. As Gale, I could go anywhere, be anyone. Well, as long as I didn't stray too far from the needle. You were tied to it? Something like that. The needle and I were deeply connected. It was part of me, as I was part of it. It's an impossible to describe bond, like we were attached by the soul. As Karapak has the needle, I don't think that helps us much. Whilst I know you don't know how to defeat Karapak, you have given me some ideas. If the needle forges a connection with its user, and the needle itself has something like a will of its own, you're wondering if we can turn that connection against Karapak. Something like that, yes. I'm sorry, I have no idea how to do that. No, but perhaps Saren of the Council might have some ideas. Alright, I would assume that means that we are done here and can return to Berthope. Alright, Saren, what do you have to say about this connection? We need to attack his soul connection. Something. Gotta do something. Alright, hello everyone. Just all goofing off here. Not helping out. Sadly, Primrose didn't have anything concrete we could use, but she did give me some thoughts. The needle has some sort of will of its own, and a connection with its owner. If we could disrupt that connection, he'd lose his power. I don't suppose Primrose knows how to do that. I'm afraid not. How unfortunate. I had hoped... Well, I suppose that leaves us with no other choice. I had wanted not to involve them, to avoid risking their ire, but we are out of options. If we want to know how to stop an Elder Artifact, we will need to speak to its creator. Get your affairs in order, KaBob. It's time we bring you face to face with the most powerful being in existence. Meet me outside the heart of Gielinor. I shall arrange an audience with Joss. We're going to talk to an Elder God? We're out of options. They may be the only ones who can stop this. But these negotiations are going to be difficult. We cannot afford mistakes. One wrong move and Joss could decide to end this world, once and for all. So be on your best behavior. Alright. And she'll be getting away from here, which means maybe the effect will wear off on all these people. You remember the effect from an hour ago, right? Been a while. Alright, so where is the heart from here? It is not that way, that's for sure. Got turned around. I had my camera the wrong way around. Alright. Saren, are you going to be outside, or do we have to go inside to find you? Aha! Hello, KaBob. I have spoken with my aunt. She is willing to listen to what we have to say. Be careful with your tone. Remember who these are. The creators of the universe. If we say the wrong thing, if we upset them, it's not just our lives that are in danger. The fate of the entire universe could well be in our hands. No pressure. Are you ready? Yes. Ah, Joss. Speak. I guess we'll just go through the options. Karapak, one of the Dragonkin, has taken control of an Elder Artifact, the Needle. He's used it to bring a version of Orthan, the Dragonkin island north of here, through time. He sealed himself away in the volcano in his old lair. It seems like he wants to use something there. We don't know exactly what he's up to, but we know it's targeted at you and the other Elder Gods. And that as a result of his actions, it'll kill all life on Gielinor. Yes. Wait, you know all this? Yes. What is going on here? Can you intervene? No. Why not? You're Joss, an Elder God. Your power is unrivaled. Why won't you deal with this, to you, relatively insignificant threat? The Dragonkin is defended. He is shielded by the toxic substance. Shadow Anima, the substance his machine produced before you enslaved them? It is toxic. Anathema. Alright. Tell me about the barrier. How is Karapak keeping you at bay? It is a barrier of the toxic substance. Its presence is anathema. We cannot abide. So he's completely safe from you? Do not misunderstand. Our inaction is now a kindness. We can still remove him if we must, but the island will be removed with it. The resulting tidal forces will destroy your settlements. We assume you did not want this. Were we incorrect? Nope, definitely correct. Please don't do that just yet. It's surprisingly nice for an Elder God, honestly. Ask about something else. I'm not going to call him useless. What is it for? What is it for? What is the purpose of the needle? To unpick and stitch together the strands of time. To undo mistakes and recover the lost. So that the anima of a world may bloom. Can it be stopped? Yes. How? It can be unmade. Or it can be deactivated. We can assume control. But we must be in its presence. But the Dragonkin prevents this. Alright. Oh wait, there was another question there. Can I assume control? Can I take over the needle? No, you cannot. Your nature prevents it. What do you mean? You are not compatible. I assume that's my World Guardian status at work. Ask about the Dragonkin. Why did you bind them to the stone? To make them useful. The catalyst needs protecting. Or needed. They possessed the required qualities. What did the curse do to them? We do not recognize this term curse. The function of the binding was to protect the catalyst. We linked their pain receptors to the usage of the catalyst. We are aware that mortal life is motivated by these impulses. As the pain impulses increased, we also amplified their other neurological functions. This resulted in increased reflexes, speed, magical aptitude. Combined and directed, this served as an efficient system. Don't you feel guilty? You enslaved and tortured an entire species. Your rage is irrelevant. Oh. They served no purpose, so they were given one. Why were you angry about Shadow Anima? It is the toxic substance. It destabilizes and destroys. It is anathema to this universe and our design. It cannot be permitted to be created. So it's basically antimatter. Alright. Can you tell me about the Elder Gods? No. Haven't I asked everything? Can you help? If I find a way to get through the barrier, to get to Karapak directly, is there anything you can do? Yes. Bring this to the Dragonkin. It will correct the mistake. What will it do? It will remove his control of the needle. Then we will resolve the situation. That sounds ominous. You won't destroy the island or anything? I mean, they could do that right now. Damage to the island will be minimal. If you act quickly. We cannot allow this situation to persist too long. Act now, or we will. Alright. Good chat. Good chat. Alright, so we have the Eye of Joss. That was harrowing, but I think I've got something that can help. I hope we get to keep this after the quest. If we use it in this quest even, I don't know. Joss says that it will remove Karapak's control over the needle. You handled that well, KaBob. We are in a delicate time with the Elder Gods. One wrong step could have been the end of all of us. I did take one wrong step. But you emerged not only unscathed, but also in possession of a powerful item. It's a gift from the Elder Gods. It's going to be important. Keep it with you. I heard what Joss said. Time is of the essence. You should return to Anachronia and speak with your allies. With luck, they might have discovered something that can help us end this. Before it's all too late. Off we go then. You stay away from Berthope for a while, come on. You don't need to be there 24/7. Alright, we got a little bit more left in this quest though. Just a little. I'll refresh the guide in case there's updates to what is currently being said, but there does not appear to be. Alright, they have 2 sections left. We got a Pylon Puzzle coming up, hooray. Alright, so if he's locked into the lair, I mean, we can probably use this to get inside, right? Alright, Karos, where are you? They appear to be missing. Please tell me they're not on the northeast one. Oh, near the start of the agility course. Did I run right past him? I really hate not having my dialogue box working. I don't think there's anything I can do about it. Oh well. They said by the start of the agility course. Is it the other side, or is he like right here? No, to the north. I genuinely don't know where he is. If he's supposed to be here. I do not see him. Oh, Karos is found by the lodestone. I jumped ahead a little. They need to quit moving these people around. Just leave them in one place, come on. I really hate walk animations. Alright, I ran right past him, apparently. Before you say anything, Saren's already informed us that you've spoken with the big squid herself. I must say that I'm really quite impressed. You've stood in the presence of one of the creators of the universe, and I don't smell a whiff of urine on you. Most people I know would have wet themselves in the presence of such a creature, alien and all-powerful. But from what I've been told, you managed to come away with something useful. May I see? Well, it's shiny. I have absolutely no idea what that is, but hold on to it. It's going to be important. Well, between us, we seem to have made some interesting headway. KaBob has this shiny device, which should remove Karapak's time-wrangling threat. I've managed to uncover some interesting information about Dragonkin's security systems, which should prove useful. And Thok? Well, Thok punched a couple of dinosaurs. Nothing useful came from it. Arg. Anubis, are you alright? Can't you feel that? So much pain and fear. It's like a wave of suffering crashing all around us. This isn't good. Karapak, the villain, is making his move. Villain? How small you think Thok. It must be quite a terrible existence. I should have expected you would remain World Guardian, defiant to the end. You have no chance, no hope, no possibility of victory, and yet here you stand. You even bring the trinkets of those who would enslave or destroy you. But it will do you little good. My barrier protects me even here. I bear you no ill will, KaBob. I would prefer that you spend your final days in the company of loved ones. But you have chosen to fight, a single reed standing against the flood. I understand, you're a warrior, a soldier. Only a death in battle would soothe your soul. I am a generous host. You shall have your wish. I have turned the creatures of this island towards this camp. Each one of them suffers a fraction of what drove my kin for millennia. No, Karapak, they're just animals. Don't be so cruel. Cruel? Cruel? You stand against me on behalf of the beings that tortured and enslaved my people for centuries. And you dare lecture me on cruelty? No, I am far from cruel. I give you the gift of time, a chance to evacuate your people before I render this base camp to rubble. Come on, I just finished building this thing. A kindness my kind never had. Alright, that villain, quickly, we should hurry. We need to get these people out of here. This will be a glorious fight, KaBob. Talk to Thok when you are ready. Do I actually need to be ready for anything? Oh, we have to have our hands empty. Thok ready to hit dinosaurs, are you? I'm ready. No, you not. Take Thok's stick. It's fine, I have my own weapons. No, you take Thok's stick. It's better. Okay then. KaBob, I can hear the stampede. The dinosaurs are close now. The beasts are coming from all access points into the base camp. We have no time to flee. Most inhabitants have managed to get out, but we have found these idiotic archaeologists still excavating nearby. When the dinosaurs arrive, they will likely start attacking out of confusion. They are stupid creatures. We must help to protect the base camp, and I guess these archaeologists too. I see Thok has given you his stick. Don't forget to use it. We will need everything we've got to push them back. When they come, I'll help with firebolts. These can bounce between multiple targets if close enough, so should be efficient. When they arrive, what do you want me to focus on? The dinosaurs that are strongest, weakest, closest, or furthest away? Okay, target settings. I'm gonna say closest. I've spent a lot of time studying these beasts at the farm on Anachronia. I will be able to subdue them, stopping them whilst they remain in my focus. I'll focus on the stronger creatures unless you tell me otherwise. KaBob, it would be beneficial to move me closer to the action, I think. I don't actually know where the action will be, but, move right here. Thanks, when I get there, I'll start attacking any dinosaurs within range. I had enough time to prepare some poison bombs. When the dinosaurs are outside of my melee range, I will throw the poison bombs at them. If they get too close, I'll use my spear. It's safer than spilling poison on myself. I'll target the dinosaurs furthest away to make the most of my poisons. Let me know if you want me to change focus. Thok will headbutt dinosaurs. Thok will headbutt and kill the strongest dinosaurs. Maybe try the weakest dinosaurs if you insist on using your head. No, Thok hits the strongest dinosaurs. Okay, then. One last thing, KaBob. I have focused on the flow of energy within the base camp to highlight the paths the dinosaurs will take when they arrive. Knowing this information should put us at an advantage when they arrive. KaBob, feel free to direct us around during the battle. If you want any of us to move, let us know. Good luck, everyone. Alright, I think we're just gonna start. I don't really care. I don't know what they're targeting is the thing. I don't know. I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know what they're going to target. I don't really see the energy he was talking about. I don't really have the ability to attack him, apparently. I mean, I could move him here. Might as well. Yeah, like, can I not attack? What is going on here? What now? Clearly they're gonna come from other directions, but... where? I mean, there's another one coming here. Ah, there's a bigger one. Am I not involved in this fight? Okay, there's one over here. And we got Laniakea over here. Alright, we're protecting the archaeologists, I guess. That would make sense. Is that all we're protecting? Because if that's all we're protecting, then I can just leave Thok right here. Apparently he stops if he attacks something. Oh, so they're coming around that way. That's fine. I feel like this probably works, right? If we have Karos and Hannibus blocking this main entryway, and then we have these two actually protecting these guys. I'll actually move her a little bit closer. And then we'll move Thok to where he's physically standing right next to there. That should be good. Let's just stand here and wait and see what happens, I guess. Got this guy coming over here. I guess I could move Thok over there. Yeah, her poison's not really doing much here. But, you know, whatever. I suppose I could try moving him here. I don't know what his range is. I want him to be able to attack these guys, but also focus on defending this. Taking a good amount of damage here, which is not good. I need to pay more attention to this side. Because I think Thok and Laniakea can handle it. I just need to actually get Thok where he needs to be. Okay, you know what? Maybe they can't handle it. Let's get Karos over here. I think we're getting a wave that's focused on this side, so I will also focus on this side. Yep, I'm very glad I did that, but I think now we need this guy over here. Although pretty much everyone can help defend this, so that's pretty good. Oh gosh, we actually have a Begrada Rex. Cool. I feel like somebody should have been focusing on him. Alright, well this is going very poorly. And this is only wave 4. Can we do something here? Why was no one attacking it? Well, that's annoying. What are we doing? Okay, I guess we need to redo that then. Well, that's annoying. I'm ready. At least we don't have to do the tutorial this time. I do kind of wonder, like, do I even need to move anyone? Why is Laniakea over there? Let's just start. I don't care. Target settings. Furthest away, I guess. Target settings. Strongest. Target settings. Strongest. Maybe, or furthest away. I guess I'll do furthest away. And then your target settings is strongest. Alright. I'm gonna move her up. And I'm gonna move Hannibus up. Oh. I'm not trying to ask you to leave, I'm just trying to get you right over there. And you get over here, please. Thank you. Alright, so we're trying out something slightly different. I really hope this works. Where's wave 2? Oh, there it is. Thok, can you go meet wave 2 over here? If I can avoid making... Okay, Thok, please attack. But yeah, if I can avoid making dumb mistakes early on, then I can afford to have that Begrada Rex beat up my guys later. Alright, that works. Okay, we need to get Thok over here right now. We're getting overwhelmed. Where are they gonna come from? We didn't get overwhelmed, but we could have been. Ah, there's a dinosaur here. I see him. Thok can cover that one. Okay, we have one coming over here that Thok will need to cover next. Luckily, it only takes him like 2 hits to kill these little guys. And with Karos' help, that's very easy. Alright, Karos, please take care of these guys. They're really charging. Alright, so far, I don't think we've taken any real damage. Which is crazy. Alright, Thok, please finish him off. There we go. Alright, so we know that wave 4... Oh wait, there was a guy there? I didn't even know about him. We know wave 4 we're going to get overwhelmed on this front. So I'm going to move Thok closer over here so that he can deal with these guys faster. Because waiting too long is a bad idea. He can kill these guys off early, hopefully. Okay, he wasted his move on that. Okay, we got a problem here. Alright, Thought, get up here now. Please. Oh, I actually attack if I'm standing near them? I did not realize that. That is something that would have been useful to know. I won't lie. Okay, Thok. You... Okay, I guess, yeah, you do that. I'm gonna get us all over here, though. We have got to stop this time. I mean, I guess I'm not attacking, really. Okay, we've got the Begrottor X stopped, but we need to attack it. Fuck, move closer. We have got to stop this thing. This is not going well. Can I attack? No. Why is nobody attacking the Begrottor X's? Alright, there. I found a place where I can attack him in the butt. But we've lost again. What am I missing here? Like, why are we not attacking? I'm gonna be stuck on this part of this quest forever. I've made no progress. I mean, I did make progress. I'm on wave 5 now. But, yeah, that didn't really work. Alright, let's try that again. Oh yes, I will play the easy version. Because clearly this is not going well. Alright. I don't care about doing a hard version, unless there's an achievement for it, but, you know. Anubis, can you please get up there? Thank you. Okay, Laniakia, you also get up there. Although perhaps I make you stand off to the side, because I feel like maybe people are not doing things the most intelligent way. And I'm going to move Thok all the way over here, I think. He's really slow, and maybe not. He's a lot slower than I gave him credit for. I'll move him over here. And Karos, you stay here as our last line of defense. I'm not going to bother changing anyone's settings. This is easy mode. It should be completely doable. But we will see. What's going on? I can't remember if they come from this way first. They do come from first. Oh well, I can, you know, I'll just move Karos over here. He can cover this just fine, I'm sure. Yeah, look at that. He can two-hit these. Just fine. Okay, that one's slightly less than a two-hit. But they still didn't make it. Oh gosh. Alright, we got him. Yeah, I think that if you're standing under a Begrottor X, you can't attack them. Alright, Thok took care of that just fine. Oh, we got another one coming from over here. Thok, I need you to take care of these guys down there by yourself. I think you can do it. Alright, I can help too, duh. I can go stand right here and help. Okay, that guy's got a lot more health. Or he just got a lucky hit. Oh, I'm moving Thok here, apparently. I didn't realize that. We've taken a sliver of damage, but that's it. Not bad. Okay, that's bad. It's fine. Alright. Wave 4, we're going to get blasted from the front, but not exclusively, so I'm going to move him right there. I'll go down here myself and help, actually. That would make sense. We can stop these guys from even getting close, let Karos focus on the guys coming from the other direction. Get Thok up here to help out with the Begrottas. Okay, we got more coming from this way. Thok, I would like it if you got a little closer, actually. Uh-oh. Got a problem. How do I make myself attack? There we go. Alright, we got a Bagrata Rex up here. And it looks like Laniaka is actually helping with it this time, so we might be good there. I'm gonna move Thok off to the side if we're not good. That way he'll also help stop these guys that I'm attacking by myself. Yeah, he's just holding the Bagrata Rex there, but we are doing damage to it, I think, so we should be good. We're on wave 5 and we've not taken any real damage, so that is something. And it's not just because of the easy mode, I think. I think it's also just because we're doing better. Alright, I need to get back up here and help. Hey, we killed a Bagrata, I think. Yeah, goodbye. Is that it then? Nice. Glad that's over with. That took a while. Phew, that seems to be the last of them. I should check in with the others. Yeah, the sad thing is I probably could have done that without the easy mode. But I didn't. Thok did it! I think we all helped. Mostly Thok. Alright. Well, I'm glad none of us are dead, even Thok, which is worrying. Oh well, he'll say something that will make me want to murder him again soon, I'm sure of it. But better than that, Karapak's nonsense spiel about Bind's cruelty and the passage of time has given me an idea. Come meet me by the volcano entrance. It occurs to me that whilst we've been looking for answers in the present, we should have been focused more on the past. It's time we take the fight to Karapak, I think. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, up here we go. Back to the old volcano entrance where this all began. Maybe we're actually going to go inside now. That would be nice. I think now it's time for the Pylon Puzzle. Well, I don't know about you, but that was certainly an experience. Thok thought it was fun. I didn't enjoy that. Those poor creatures were just frightened and enraged by Karapak. What happened to him? Where's the man that offered to save my people? I don't know. He's in there somewhere. I can understand where Karapak's coming from. He's angry, he's hurt, and he's scared. He's just been released from millennia of torment and slavery. He thinks he's found a way to stop it happening ever again to anyone. He knows the cost, and he may even feel guilty, but it's a price he's willing to pay. But Thok isn't. Boo-hoo for Karapak. He had it hard. His people have it hard. That's sad. But it's not an excuse. He's wrong. He's doing wrong, and there's no room to feel sorry for him. We stop him, or we all die. Yes, well, about that, I've been doing some thinking, and I've been studying those lovely relics you unearthed, and I have an idea. It seems that the Dragonkin technology of Orthan is based on the manipulation of something they refer to as cosmic energy. I believe that the key to unlocking Karapak's lab lies around neutralizing the, let's call it, cosmic harmony of his door. To that end, I believe we can use the ruins around the volcano to determine what the required resonance will be, so that I can add a little noise to the harmony. I believe you have a rather nifty little Elder artifact that should help us with that, KaBob. Something called the Measure? Alright. To speed up time, I borrowed it for you. I have explored the ruins around the volcano and discovered areas with a particularly strong magical resonance. I need you to come find me and use the Measure to track down the frequencies so I can work out a counter-frequency to unlock Karapak's door. I know it all sounds the weird ramblings of an old enchanter, and well, it is, but it'll work, trust me. Visit the ruined buildings around the volcano and look for me. When you find me, use the Measure next to me, and it should help us discover the resonance of this cosmic energy. Once we've done this a few times at different locations, I should be able to unpick Karapak's lock. I'll see you at the sites. Alright, so now I have to actually find these places. Alright, so the first one is Actually going to be here, I think. Ah, there he is. Wow, that was far. The resonance of magic here is different. I think this is the perfect place to place the measure. Alright, how do I place it, though? Just... ah. Interesting. There's a definite magical resonance here. I can see how the term cosmic energy might cover it nicely. Of course, it's not actually another form of energy, it's just another way of looking at the same anima that the rest of us use. But it's refined differently, it's subtler, more sensitive, good for magical security, that's for sure. Like a magical key, the slightest fluctuations would disrupt the shape, the harmony of this anima matrix. You couldn't just brute force magical locks that use this sort of energy, you'd need an expert hands to do this. Fortunately, you have me, and I haven't found an enchantment I can't pick apart yet. That's weird. Odd, it seems to be behaving oddly the more we try and examine it. Quite fascinating, really. Still, one sample is only the start. We'll need to gather more data before we can learn anything really useful. Gosh, this quest is long. I'm gonna run out of time to do this quest. I have work today. I did not expect this to be a 2-hour quest. I thought an hour and a half, maybe. 2 hours? Jeez. I'm not complaining. I just wasn't expecting it. Alright, so I think the next one's probably going to be at the archaeology little thing up here. That would make sense to me. We just gotta sneak through this little area here. And hopefully Karos will be hiding around. Either that or he's going to be in these ruins. He's in these ruins. I mean, they're near the archaeology thing. But not quite. Alright, the resonance of magic here is different. Yes, okay. No, do not. Repeat. Aha, I can see the patterns start to come together now. I'll give them their due, the Dragonkin. It seems we're quite inventive for their time. Wait, there it is again. The closer we get to observe the effects, the more distorted it is. Some sort of defense mechanism? No, it's something else. The funny thing about anima is how strangely easy it is to manipulate, and I just skipped that. But anima itself is manipulated by everything it flows through. It takes on a resonance, if you will, of the area around it, environmental and emotional. The anima of a volcano is angry and hot, whereas the anima of a stream is mellow and cold. In effect, that's what a spell is. It's carefully manipulated anima, a clever application of those resonances to achieve a desired result. What's that got to do with Karapak? All in good time, KaBob. All in good time. Alright. I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, I need to find my way around the volcano because it's going to be on the other side of the volcano at the place we were previously at. Incorrectly. But now it will be correctly. Hooray. I think this is probably the fastest way to get there. I don't know. Oh my gosh, every time that I use Surge in this place, I just hit like one little rocky outcropping. So annoying. So I hate not having my staff equipped. Gotta have my staff. Alright, so we gotta get on over here. I think this is the one. I think this one leads to like where you fish for a thing for a mini quest. I think the upper route is the correct route, or they might both link up, I don't know. I don't see how the upper route could be the wrong route, though. That much is for sure. Yes, we are almost there. There is he the liverworts? No, the luminous snagglers. I can never remember the names. I've never really fought these ones. I don't really like fighting the plants because there's no safe spotting them, and it always seems like at some point I just fall behind and take too much damage, and then it sucks. Every once in a while it'll seem fine for like 10 minutes, and then something happens. I don't know, I have some ideas for invention perks that might make me better at dealing with these. Once I get 120 invention, I'll be definitely perking things up a bit. Augmenting my body, and maybe changing the augments, or getting a second pair of legs to have different stuff. Because obviously you want one with scavenging, but you want one that's not scavenging. One for actual tough fights. Alright, so here we are. There should be a Karos around here somewhere. But where? He should be right here. I walked right by him and didn't even see him. The resonance of magic here is different. Yes, okay. No, do not repeat what you said. Anything? No, do not repeat. Okay, why did that not work? Do I have to stand here, maybe? Oh yeah, let's place it right on top of him. What is the problem? What's going on here? Do I have to stand over here? You know, I'm gonna try the other location, and we'll come back to this one. And be real annoyed if it doesn't work. Alright, I'm not even gonna talk to him on this one, I'm just gonna try using it right away and see if that helps. Okay, what is going on here? No, do not repeat it. What's going on? Is something glitched? Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. I'll try logging out and logging back in. Which appears to be a thing we're doing a lot today. Alright. I have outstanding clue scrolls. Do not repeat what you said. Place the measure, though. On top of him. Ah, there we go. We got bugged there. Ah, good, yes, this is very helpful. Do you see the way the anima twists back in itself there, like some sort of knot? Anima really is quite a remarkable substance. You can see why the Elder Gods feed on it. But what's remarkable is also how we define anima. Take, for example, the soul. As much as we glorify our souls, give it a special significance, a soul is a little more than a container of anima. Which sounds mundane, I confess, but it really isn't. Each soul is unique, and each soul creates a unique residence in the anima. Necromancers, terrible people as they are, recognize this. Why do you think the strongest undead monsters come from the bones of heroes? Why did Sliske use the Barrows brothers to create his wights rather than random people off the streets? Because their souls are stronger. Of course, souls are one end of the spectrum. On the other end are these subtle little locks of cosmic energy. Small amounts of anima, but very specifically shaped. Okay. Good stuff. You talk a lot, Karos. You're really taking up time here. Let's hope he'll actually talk to me at this place now. I really don't know what happened there where it got bugged. Please work. Hooray! So, let's start with the matter at hand. I now have enough information to unlock Karapak's lab. Great, let's go and put a stop to all this. Why do you look so serious? Did you notice how the cosmic energy readings seemed to change as we observed? Yes, the closer we got to them, the more erratically they behaved. Well yes, that's partially true, with one small slight change. The closer you got. When it was just me, there was no change. When it was just you, well... Come on, let's return to the entrance. I think it's better I tell you this in the company of friends. Alright. Because that's not ominous. It's basically just like saying, we need to talk. But later. Ominous words. Alright, up we go to the base. Still haven't done the Pylon Puzzle. I thought it was about to happen, and it's just keeps getting pushed further and further away. We're so close to the end of the quest. But Karos just keeps delaying things. Ah, KaBob, good you're here. I've got something to tell you. It's about that little gift that Guthix gave you, the one that's turned you from adventurer into world guardian. What about it? Yes, well, before I get there, let's talk a bit about magic, shall we? Magic, as you're aware, is the manipulation of anima in order to achieve fantastic results. In essence, the manipulation of anima lets us borrow from the power set out by the Elder Gods in order to reorder the universe. Anima is all around us. It is absorbed and tuned by matter, with animals, plants, and even rocks attuning things differently. The end result is a beautiful harmony of anima that improves everything around us, the sort of song that the Elder Gods created this very planet to achieve. Where is this going? Well, you remember earlier when I spoke about souls, how they're containers of anima that shape the anima with our experiences? Yes, well, it appears that your soul is different. It looks like when Guthix made you the World Guardian, by giving you some of his divine power, he also gave you something else. I believe the dragon can call it Shadow Anima. Your soul contains a carefully constructed enchantment of that Shadow Anima. What does that mean? Well, on the plus side, it goes a long way to explaining your resistance to the power of the gods. As for all their terrible might, the power of the gods are ultimately applications of anima. This shadow anima, your shadow soul, if I may, would be repellent to this energy, shielding you from their influence. So that's the good news. What's the bad news? Well, when has something prefixed with shadow ever been positive in the long term? However, let's ignore the possible horrifying future that awaits you. Cast aside all notions of mutating into an eldritch nightmare. What? Cast that aside. Let's focus only on the good things. Like this little barrier here, you know this lab is protected. Well, it seems it's protected by this shadow anima. Which explains the lack of direct assistance from Grandma Joss herself. Your average anima-based lifeforms like myself, Hannibus, and even Thok here, we can't cross that barrier without being torn apart. But to you, it'll be about as unpleasant as the heaviness of the air before a storm. You might feel a slight tingle, but otherwise you'll be fine. So by infusing your soul with this reality-destroying shadow anima, Guthix may have given you exactly the protection you need to save this world. Which is very handy, I think. But whilst I would love to discuss this topic at length, I'm afraid we just don't have the time. I've used the resonances we've picked up from the measure and unlocked this door. Until you can shut down that shadow anima barrier, we can't come with you. As soon as it's down, we'll be there. So this is it, World Guardian, time to save us all. Make sure you have that doohickey that Joss gave you. I suspect you'll need it. Thok wishes he could join you in this fight. Thok would like to punch Karapak in the face. So punch him for me. I wish you well, KaBob. Who knows what you'll face in there, but I have faith you'll prevail. When you're ready, KaBob, the door is right there. Alright, time for the puzzle. God, it's as if the air has filled with angry wasps that sting Thok. But they're so small, Thok cannot see them. Thok cannot fight them. Yes. Go on, my brave friend. Thok and friends will defend this entrance. Only you can do this now, KaBob. We believe in you. Please, KaBob, try and save Karapak from himself. But if you can't, do what needs to be done. Alright, finally, we're in the end game of the quest. Wow, look at that thing. It's pretty shiny. Alrighty. So now what do we do? Okay. Alright. Just trying to read on what to do. I think this is where we do pylon stuff. So let's find a pylon, maybe? What was that? Ooh, a tablet. I will take a tablet. I'm not going to read it, actually. But there we go. As is typical, I don't read books during actual quests. I read them afterwards. Oh, wait, here we go. Alright. So we're in southwest, which you have to spell out Bic, apparently. Okay, the first one is correct. The second one... Wait. No, the first one is not correct. The second one is correct. That's correct. And then the third one... That is not correct. There we go. Alright, we've deactivated a pylon. We must now deactivate additional pylons. Can we get to a pylon up here? Yes, okay. So this would be northwest pylon, which the guide says is win. Alright. We want like a downward arrow type shape, I think. Is that it? I don't know. No, that is not it. Which one is it? It's that one. Alright. And now we need the A, which is that one, and then we need like a 2 with a thing on it. There it is. Alright. But it didn't become inactive. What have I done wrong? Oh, do I need to take a book first or something? We can try to decipher these. I don't know. But I thought I had this correct, but... Oh. That's weird. Oh, that is the one. I was reading the wrong one. I'm smart. I read the right one for the first two, and then I looked at the wrong image for the last one. Anyway, we got 2 more corners to do. Next stop will be southeast. This is a big area, this southeast corner. Alright, we got more symbols here. I guess we could inspect this real quick. I don't know. I don't know if that's necessary. But I will. That was weird. I saw that the game froze for a second. I might have accidentally resized the window like 1 pixel. I will fix that real quick, just in case I did. Alright, anyway. So, southeast. That would be... that one, the C, and then the A, and then the 2. There we go. Next stop, the northeast. This is a pretty interesting lab. I hope you can explore it after the quest. Otherwise, I'll have to do this on my main account to see it. Wow, look at all this. Luckily, we don't have to explore the whole thing because the shield is up. We know exactly where we're going, which is right here. Alright, northeast. We have the 2, which is like 3 or 4 clicks in or something. Yes, there's the 2, and then the A, and then a swirly thing. But, you know, once we get to the right one, it'll deactivate. So once you got the first 2, you don't really need to worry. There we go. Ah, we took down a big shield. Good stuff. Oh, he removed the measure again, apparently. Don't know what that's about. Oh, hey, you know what? I just realized. We got all of our messages back. Wonder when that happened. That's nice. It was very annoying not having them. Alright, so here we are in here. Don't know what we're gonna do, really. This looks like a boss fight. You know, given that there's a boss here. Only level 91, though. I think we can just attack it, right? Okay, I don't have prayer. That's worrying. I do have the dragon upgrade, though. I can activate Vampirism, I guess, in case health becomes an issue. This guy's really not very strong, though. So I think Vampirism, combined with my powers, will be good. Alright, he does the little swirly magic thing that you have to avoid. Yeah, whatever. I guess I'm not gonna avoid it. I can't even use Surge. What kind of boss battle is this? Are we really just fighting this? Yeah, I guess. We're literally just beating this dragon up and then we'll be basically done with the quest. Very nice. Yep, this is quite a fight. I'm just reading about the quest rewards while we wait. I gotta say, you know, if the boss is gonna be this easy, having it have this much health is not ideal. I guess I'll use what little prayer points I have. Like, if I had known I was going into a boss battle that was like this, I would have brought something to increase my damage output. But, you know, whatever. I thought it would be more damage and fast fighting than just standing here beating up a poor little dragon who can't really do anything to you. Poor guy, he thinks he's so strong, but he's really not. Come on. In a year now. Overall, I really do enjoy this quest and this quest series. It's very nice to have a new quest, for sure. I know they're planning to release, like, one more quest this year, I think. They're hoping to, at least. I wouldn't say planning, but hoping. I don't know if it'll be an important quest or not, but I love new quests. They're the best part of RuneScape. Alright, so we beat the dragon. Now we get a cutscene, apparently. Again you stand in my way. Again you throw your life away for beings who would snuff you out in a heartbeat. I am trying to save the universe, to save creation itself. At the cost of all life on Gielinor. Collateral damage. This is war, KaBob, a war that spans across all time and space. This is but one world. There are countless others. Without the sacrifice of this world, all the other worlds are doomed to die. Billions upon billions of lives will be snuffed out or enslaved. There has to be another way. You're one of the greatest minds on the planet, perhaps in the universe. I know how angry you must be, how hurt, how afraid of being bound once again. But you don't have to fight this alone. There's a whole council of people willing to find a solution. Work with us. Ah ha ha. You think we have not tried that? You think my people have spent centuries doing nothing? We have pleaded with the Roken. We have begged them. We have worshipped them. We have fought for them, died for them. We have done everything to placate them. None of it changed a thing. We created life. Nothing. We raised civilizations in their name. Nothing. The Elder Gods don't care. The Elder Gods will never care. They will never see our value, never let us be free. There is no other way. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and make no mistake, we are all desperate creatures before them. So yes, this world will die, but their sacrifice will create a universe where no one need fear for their lives from capricious creators. One world for countless others. There has never been a fairer trade. So there's no reasoning with you? No hope? Ah, that's where you're wrong. What I do here, I do to bring hope to all the worlds. Hope and freedom. I'm sorry, KaBob, you leave me no choice. Ha ha ha. And what do you think you can do to me, little human? I control time itself, and And you can do nothing to me. You have nothing. I have this. No, what have you done? Regained control. No! The needle connects you. The needle is mine. You are mine. No, I beg you, not again. Kill me, not again. No. Death is denied. You will serve us now. As will those connected to you. Their dream will serve us. You have achieved your goal. We will resolve the rest. You should leave. What? What have you done? I was free. I was free. You got what you deserved. You were going to kill everyone. I was going to save everyone else. You have doomed them all. You have doomed me. You did this to yourself. Go, World Guardian. You will not want to be around for what is to come. Yeah, he calls me World Guardian. It's like, yeah, that's literally what I just did, was guard the world. I'm not guardian of the other worlds. I'm guardian of the world that I'm on. Alright, let's get out of here. There's rocks falling everywhere. I think I should leave. I guess that means we don't get to come back here. Unless they only fall in there, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Oh, okay. I guess we take the long way. Obviously, we're going to go over here in some future quest, right? Oh. Thok Smash! Why did I just hear Thok? That is a good question, considering I don't see him. What am I supposed to do here? Wait, Kairos is there. Hey, Kairos, can you get me out of here? I'll see what I can do. That was exhausting. I don't have the energy to do that again. Thok's clearing the path this way. Let's go. So he helped me out and then ran into where I was. Why did they clear the long path? I'm really starting to appreciate your head, Thok. Come on, we really should get out of here. Uh-oh. There is a way out if you follow that corridor. Hurry! Okay, yep, there's rocks falling everywhere. It's a lot of rocks. Okay, these rocks are really interfering with my walking. Okay, leave. Maybe that's where the dig site is.
Karapak's life was spent fighting to free his people from the Elder God's chains. But in his hubris, he succeeded only in chaining himself and the unwitting Nodon. From below, a great shudder rose. The walls of the chamber began to buckle and crumble. A mountain fell on Karapak's device, annihilating it. Karapak and the World Guardian fled the ruins to avoid the same fate. The island of Anachronia was calm and still, blissfully unaware of the rising menace. Then, a gentle rumbling. Slowly, it grew and grew until it felt as if the ground beneath their feet would tear itself apart. The Elder God full cleaved through the earth, and in her rage tore the volcano asunder. The Elder Gods were awake, and they were not pleased.
Okay, does that actually have like a visual effect on the volcano? I don't think it does. Well, anyway. What was that? Did anyone else see the giant volcano monster rip the volcano apart? I think it's safe to say that the Elder Gods are awake and that they're not terribly happy with us. We were lucky to get out of there alive. I have never seen such power. Thok went to see it again. Thok wants to punch it in the... Thok was going to say nose, but Thok not sure it has a nose. Yes, well, much as I would love to see you atomized, Thok, I suspect that would be a bad idea. We survived Karapak's lab being obliterated by an Elder God. Let that sink in a moment. We survived the fury of an Elder God. And that's not even considering that we were stood next to a Dragonkin device intended to poison the life force of the world. Yes, well, thank the stars that's over with. I'm as much a fan of science as the next ancient enchanter, but there are limits to what we should do with it. And even I draw the line at devices intended to poison and kill an entire planet with shadow anima. I mean, to think of it, flooding the world with that stuff, enough to poison the Elder Gods. Can you even imagine what it would do to us? I don't know, Karos. What would being infected with shadow anima do to a person? Ah, right, yes, sorry. Poor wording on my part. Look, whatever Guthix did to your soul is clearly not an immediate threat. You've been the World Guardian for several years now. Oh, I have, apparently, huh? So if it was going to have done something horrific, it would have probably done it by now. So obviously, whatever horrible doom and gloom is coming your way, it's a slow burner, and you probably have plenty of time before the horrible consequences are revealed. I mean, with the amount of danger you hurl yourself into, you'll probably be dead long before we see any side effects. Yes, I can see why that wasn't the best way to put it now. So let's not dwell anymore. You did it, KaBob. You came face to face with an immortal and vulnerable Dragonkin hell-bent on destroying us all. And you returned the victor. Yes, you and Thok defeated the villain single-handedly in glorious combat. We didn't fight him, I fought the dragon. Yes, you and Thok are mighty heroes. I wish Karapak hadn't forced the Elder God's hands. He fought so hard for freedom to lose it like that after everything. Imagine what he could accomplish if he had just let that anger and hatred go. He could have done so much good for his people, and mine. He never really escaped the Elder God's curse. That anger and pain, it never left him, even with the stone destroyed. So, Thok has faced pain, Thok has faced loss. Doesn't mean Thok tries to destroy the world. Thok chooses instead to do what he can do so that others do not need to suffer. Karapak could have chose the same path, but instead he chose to be a villain. And villains get what they deserve. Thok's fist, straight to the nose. Yes, well, we'll take it from here, KaBob. Full may have leveled this volcano, but we can make sure everyone on the island is alright. You should return to Saren and let her know the crisis is averted. Oh, KaBob, whilst we were fleeing, I found this. It must be a Dragonkin power supply, as it appears to be emitting a lot of energy. Thok keeps trying to touch it with his enormous hands, and I don't want to see it get damaged in the hands of that fool. Here, you take it. Alright, the Cosmic Focus. It's for archaeology. It's an interesting device. It looks like something is missing, though. It may be worth investigating to see if you can find another piece. You did good, my friend. You did good. Alright. Can I look here at the... How do I get to free cam? I want to glance at the volcano. Move speed maximum, please. Quest has been so long, another few seconds won't matter. No, they really did destroy the volcano. Right? It didn't look like this before, did it? Interesting. Alright, and now back to Berthope to finish the quest. That really did take 2 hours. Crazy. I did not wake up early enough for this. Yeah, so with this Cosmic Focus, you can upgrade it to where it'll keep things above 20%. That you have to excavate some stuff to complete an archaeology set, apparently. So I'll be doing that in a future episode. It's done. Karapak's lab is destroyed, and he has been bound to Joss once again. I didn't want him bound. No, I would prefer that none would need to endure such a torment. But he chose to fight the Elder Gods, and such hubris has a price. Perhaps in time he will earn his freedom again. You have done this world a great service, KaBob. Once more you live up to the title that Guthix gave you. About that title, did you know what Guthix did to me? What his World Guardian power is? I'm not sure what you mean. Guthix infused my soul with shadow anima, the substance that Karapak was using to fight the Elder Gods. They call it toxic, and they destroyed Orthan because of it. And he grafted it to my soul. I do not know what to say, World Guard KaBob. I have no idea what this will do to you, if anything, but you are not alone through this. You have many friends, KaBob. We will all stand by your side through this. Guthix, as always, will have had a plan for you. Only time will tell what that plan is. But let's not dwell on all of this now. Come, you have saved us all. Let's celebrate. I want balloons raining from the ceiling. That's a proper celebration. So we got some XP, we got the Cosmic Focus, we got a Cosmetic Override, the Remote Totem piece, and etc. I see you have found a Cosmic Focus. I believe it to be an ancient Dragonkin device that collects and emits cosmic energy. There should be a second piece to complete the item. I wonder if the final piece could be found on Anachronia, near where that one was discovered. I'll take a look. Thanks, Saren. Alright, let's go ahead and get this free XP. So yeah, the remote totem lets you recharge all of your totems from the base camp. You get one piece from mining and the other piece from turning in farm animals at the ranch. So it'll probably take a while for me to finish it. I need to get started on the ranch again and obviously spend some time mining. But I will definitely want to finish this because I hate having to run around to the 2 totems that are not near the base. But anyway, yeah, that is a pretty good quest we have done there today. Very happy with how long it was, although I was not prepared for that. And oh wow, look at this. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the continuation of the series, and I guess we've now got a whole thing with the player where we'll probably have to repair our soul or something. And the Elder Gods will probably hate us. I wonder if they can't kill us, though. You would think they could. I do find it interesting that, I mean, they make it out like they're pure evil, but like if they were pure evil, they would have just destroyed the island to kill Karapak right away, instead of a solution that only destroyed the volcano. So I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, it has been a long quest, and I have important things to do today, like eat and go to work. So I will see you guys next time, where we will probably be upgrading our Cosmic Focus. But I'll see you then. Bye.